guys, and welcome back again today for another reaction video. Thank you so much for coming back and hanging out with me again today. And on the channel today, can you believe it? Can you believe that we have Elvis Presley on the channel? I know, it's a shock. We never ever cover Elvis on the channel, right? We are going to be watching Elvis, King of Kindness, thanks to your guys' suggestions in the comment section. So I'm not sure how many reactions to Elvis so far, 7 or 8, 6, 7, 8, something like that. And I always have difficulty, I've talked about this in a couple of my reactions, getting them up past the blocks because Elvis consistently gets blocked on the channel, and then there's a delay. It has to go through the dispute process, and then there's a delay. I have decided that Elvis is going to be my featured artist on Patreon. So Patreon is an external site. I don't have the option for the join the membership button here on my channel, and I would like to offer you guys something special too, like early access to stuff and just exclusive content, and I don't have the ability to do it here on YouTube. So the only option I have is Patreon to do something special and different and exclusive to people who want that type of thing. So the link to that is always in the description box, but I don't usually talk about my Patreon, so you might not have even known that I have it, right? So the link to that will be in the description, and I will also link it in the top comment. And if you're interested, it's just one tier. It's super easy. There's not a bunch of options to choose from. If you join, you get everything. And it's really cheap. I forget how much, but it's really cheap. It's like the price of a coffee, or large, extra large, maybe a small Starbucks, something like that. And anyway, so what I plan to do over there, you guys, is every single Elvis reaction from here on out will go over there first. And therefore, like, while it's in dispute, you Elvis fans can join over on Patreon and you can see it, right? And you get to interact over there. We're going to do polls. You're going to have say so in what I react to. The longer things like this video here, for instance, King of Kindness, things like this will be only on Patreon from here on out, like after this one. So interviews, getting to know Elvis on a deeper level, documentaries, things like that, I would love to react to, but I'm going to put them just on Patreon. So if you're interested in any of that, check out the links in the description. And like I said, I've made it super easy. It's one tier, you get everything, and we'll build a little community over there. And it's not just going to be Elvis. I will eventually start, once I get ahead in my content, I will put early access to every single reaction over there. So they'll be up like 24 hours to 48 hours ahead of time to what they are here. There's already a blocked reaction over there right now to ELO that was blocked on YouTube. That's still in the dispute process. Or maybe it's not. I haven't checked it. It might have already cleared. I don't know. I haven't checked it yet. So anyway, so that's what's going to be going on over there. And let's jump right on into this, you guys. This is Elvis, King of Kindness. And this was suggested numerous times by numerous people. So let's jump right on into this, you guys. And as usual, I hope you enjoy it.
I've always treated people just like I would like to be treated. I try to remember that. That's all. It's simple. It's no problem. It's no big effort that I put forth. Yeah.
Elvis Presley was not only one of America's most iconic entertainers, he was also one of the most charitable celebrities to ever live. Having been raised poor and by God-fearing parents, Elvis gave from the purity of his heart. Although he fell into a high tax bracket, he never took a tax write-off, nor did he ask for any publicity for his charitable deeds. He gave just for the love of giving. While his many good works would be impossible to list, we'll highlight as many as possible, starting with his $1,050 donation to his old high school, which made it possible for all of the students to attend the annual E.H. Crump Memorial Football Game for the Blind in Memphis, Tennessee.
Wow.
Between 1956 and 1957, Elvis performed a number of live concerts to raise money for charities such as his own youth foundation, the Cynthia Milk Fund, and the Variety Club's Home for Convalescent Children. How many stars aside from Elvis can claim they helped end polio? On October 28, 1956, before an appearance on The Ed Sullivan Show, Elvis was inoculated with Jonas Salk's anti-polio vaccine, which caused the immunization level of all Americans to skyrocket from 0.6% to 80% in a 6-month period.
Hey kids, could I talk to you for about 30 seconds? This is Elvis Presley. Remember polio victims. Join the 1957 March of Dimes today.
By April of 1957,
That's
the Salk
bananas,
Institute
you
declared
guys.
polio all but eradicated on
Wow.
U.S. soil.
Isn't that something?
On January 6, 1957,
The polio vaccine rate was only 0.6%, not 6%, 0.6%. So that's a little over half of one person out of 100 that was getting vaccinated prior to and then it skyrocketed to 80%. That's bananas, you guys, because if you want to look a little deeper into that, people literally walked thanks to Elvis. When you're a huge superstar, you have so much power. You've got so much power as a huge star. Why not use it for good? And I think it's just beautiful that he knew that he had the power, and using his power for good, using his fame and his fortune for good to help other people. He didn't have to do that. And as far as treating other people the way you want to be treated, that's a good moral for everybody. But how many people actually live by that, honestly, anymore? We don't even hear people say that anymore. We used to hear that as kids, treat people how you want to be treated. You be nice, right? And I don't even know if people really even say that anymore. And $1,050 to the school is bananas. Can you imagine? I don't know. We could do the conversion later, but I don't know what year she said that was. That would be a heck of a lot of money back in those days. It's a heck of a lot of money now, but it would be a heck of a lot of money back in those days, and never taking a tax write-off, just, filing his taxes. And what an amazing person. And to think, if you really want to think about the polio vaccine, people are literally walking because of Elvis. Think of it that way. Because if it was only 0.6% and then it skyrocketed after he publicly got inoculated, then we have to give credit where credit's due. So anyway, that's amazing. We're just going to pick it right back up and carry right on
U.S. soil. On January 6, 1957, during his third appearance on The Ed Sullivan Show, Elvis requested Mr. Sullivan ask those watching to send urgent financial contributions to help relieve the plight of some 250,000 Hungarians affected by the Soviet invasion of their country.
Because he feels so keenly, this young man feels so keenly about Hungarian relief, he urges all of us through the country to remember that immediate aid is needed, so long before his benefit show is put on, he wants to remind you to send in your checks to your various churches, Red Cross, etc.
On June 28, 1957, Elvis appeared as a special guest on Danny Thomas's annual Shower of the Stars charity event, which aimed to raise funds to build what is today the most important medical and research center for children with cancer, St. Jude Children's Research Hospital.
Really?
Without singing a single song, the King's presence drew over 14,000 donors, and work on construction of the hospital's first building commenced later that year. Presley's work with sick children did not begin or end with St. Jude's. Before being drafted by the U.S. Army, he often visited hospitals to comfort children faced with life-threatening illnesses, and donated the hundreds of stuffed animals that he had received from fans worldwide to them. One of Elvis's most memorable moments was recorded in the early 70s when he fulfilled the dreams of 8-year-old Denise Sanchez, who passed away soon after a visit from Elvis and her attendance at his concert.
Could you sing me a special song, please?
I sure will.
Okay.
How about it?
Oh, thank you so much.
Elvis would often visit with Graceland's secretary, who, among other tasks, sorted his mail. If a photograph or a request or a story touched Elvis, he would immediately take steps to help the sender.
Isn't that
Whether it was paying off people's debts or their mortgages, helping a family whose father had died in the line of duty,
Really?
buying someone a home or a car, or giving a disabled person a new wheelchair. If Elvis knew about it, he helped. One such request came from young Ward D. Anderson, who asked Presley to sponsor her bike ride for children with diabetes. The King responded by pledging $5 per mile, which was much higher than the going rate of 5 cents per mile. During his lifetime, Elvis donated a number of vehicles for his good causes, including a red Ford Thunderbird to the March of Dimes and one of his own Rolls Royces to a charity for mentally retarded children. In 1964,
What?
Elvis bought the Potomac, FDR's presidential yacht, and donated it to St. Jude's, who sold it to raise about $55,000.
Isn't that something, you guys, eh?
On March 25, 1961, Elvis performed a benefit concert in Hawaii to raise money for the USS Arizona Memorial at Pearl Harbor. The concert raised over $65,000, and a plaque was prominently placed at the memorial site, acknowledging Elvis's efforts in raising the funds. Sadly, the plaque was removed due to unknown, possibly political, reasons. Hawaii was also the location of Elvis's most famous concert for charity, Aloha from Hawaii. The 1973 concert was the first to be broadcast live by satellite. It was viewed by a record audience of over 1 billion people worldwide.
It's bananas.
The performance raised over $75,000 for the Kui Lee Cancer Fund, which had been set up following the death of the I'll Remember You songwriter in 1966. In 1975, Elvis raised in excess of $100,000 at a concert in Jackson, Mississippi for victims of a tornado. This concert was deeply personal to Elvis, who was a child when a deadly tornado tore through his hometown of Tupelo. Elvis annually presented checks to as many as 50 charities and organizations in Memphis.
50
Each check was for a minimum
charities.
of $1,000, and some were much greater, such as his $10,000 donation to the Memphis Jewish Community Center Building Fund.
Bananas.
In recognition of Elvis's charitable contributions throughout his life,
You guys, I have to give it a quick pause. I just can't believe, like, when you guys had told me in the comment section that he was charitable and that he helped his fans and he was very generous. This is beyond anything that I imagined that you were talking about. Between the cars, just think of the value, like his own Rolls Royce, his own his own Rolls Royce, that beautiful, beautiful Thunderbird in that red. Can you imagine? And all of the donations totaling at minimum, she said it would be $1,000 to at least 50 charities. That's at minimum $50,000 right there. In addition to all of the free concerts and the everything else that he used his presence and his name for, and his music to do so much good for so many people, and especially the kids, sick kids. Amazing, amazing. Bought people homes. This man had a heart of pure gold. I mean, he just, pure gold, pure gold. Inside note. And they say that good looking people aren't nice people. To that we say. Anyway, I'm going to drag it back a couple seconds and we're going to pick it right back up.
in recognition of Elvis's charitable contributions throughout his life, Memphis Mayor William Ingram, along with the governor of Tennessee, Beaufort Ellington, officially declared October 29, 1967, Elvis Presley Day in the city of Memphis and in the state of Tennessee.
Awesome. Is it still a thing?
Elvis learned early on what it meant to receive food, clothes, and kindness from strangers, and did the same for others in need, both publicly and privately. While he may not have been a perfect role model, the world today needs more examples of this type of generosity and kindness.
That's the way I was brought up. My surroundings, my mother and my father and the whole family were always considerate of other people's feelings. I'm proud of the way that I was brought up to believe and to treat people, and so I try to remember that. That's all. It's simple. It's no problem.
Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe and to like this video.
You guys are absolutely right. He was an amazing, amazing human. All around amazing human. I love him even more now. What is not to love about Elvis Presley? Don't look, I don't ever want to hear anybody say anything negative about this man. Never. Yeah, he wasn't perfect. Who's perfect? Who is perfect? But that's pretty dang close. That's pretty dang close when you can use your celebrity status and your fame and your fortune and your name and your music and your songs and just your presence to do all this good for other people. Is bananas. Absolutely crazy, you guys. It was so good. And he was so generous and so kind and pure of heart. It's just, we love Elvis. Such a beautiful, beautiful human. So, anywho, thanks for hanging out with me again today, you guys. I'm so glad that I watched that. So, thank you so much for that suggestion. Also, if you are motivated to check out my Patreon, there will be 2 ways, and one in the description box and one in the comments. And consider coming over there and hanging out with me. And yeah, thanks for hanging out with me again today, you guys. And we will see you in the next one. Bye bye.